Hello footy fans, welcome along to NRL Round 25 footy tipping with Brett Kimmorley, aka The Genius, after he tipped how many last week?
I'll call it 7. Hopefully people don't look at the
It
report.
was closer to 2. Bulldogs and Rabbitohs in the unbelievable scenario that we've got going on at the moment at the top of the ladder. The Rabbitohs are free-falling their way into the finals and the Bulldogs are stumbling their way in there as well.
Yeah, well, it's going to be certainly a physical game of football. Both aren't going to be too exciting, too willing to throw the ball around wet weather conditions. Yeah. It'll be a grinding sort of style of football. I think Souths were really disappointing last weekend. The Cowboys did a job on him. Obviously, Adam Reynolds with a hamstring. He's under some doubt. John Sutton might come back if he passes training this week. So I think Souths will win. I think Souths will bounce back, but wouldn't surprise me if the Dogs do cause an upset.
Yeah, I reckon the Dogs are going to just bumble their way through, and Souths, when they see September on the calendar, they start to get a bit shaky. Broncos and Dragons, both impressive last week.
Both very impressive, yeah. Well, and mathematically, one of these sides, their season's over after this game. They can't make it. I would think Brisbane at home. Last home game for them this year, they're at Suncorp Stadium.
Good last week.
Justin Hodges at fullback, that was an amazing move. You know, I think fullback's the new key position to any attacking player in the line. Half and 5'8", not really important why Barber's found a position, but fullback's the key. I think the Broncos will win that game.
Tell you what, last week I've not enjoyed watching a game of football as much for a long time as I did watching Parramatta and Manly, and it was because of one man, Jared Hayne.
Yeah, he's certainly on fire. And just the atmosphere that Brad Arthur's been able to create at Parramatta Stadium, Purtec Stadium. They were a rebel last year. They had no fans. They couldn't hold the football. He's done a wonderful job in 12 months. Eels, the second half last week against Manly was the best half of football.
A lot to play for here.
A lot to play for. Newcastle were disappointing. I think Newcastle got one more lift in them, but it's next week for Old Boys Day. Eels in a good victory.
Okay, what about this game? They are dead set queuing up for tickets. GIO Stadium, the Raiders and the Tigers. Seriously, it could be 0-0 or it could be 100-all with 4 minutes to go.
I don't know it'll be 100-all. You watched the Raiders play the Sharks last week. It was who didn't want to score a try. Anthony Milford is the only bit of brilliance that Canberra have. Josh McCrone moves to the bench this week. Mitch Cornish will start, which is a good sign for the Raiders.
I tell you what would be good. Remember the day it snowed in Canberra when the Tigers played the
Call it a draw and go home.
Just call it a draw and go home.
Don't make the fans come watch. Tigers, this season just can't wait to end. They're horrible. I'm just going to say the Raiders because they're at home.
Roosters were very good in New Zealand. Storm were great on Monday night. This will be a ripping game, and the Storm have to do that back-to-back away game scenario.
They will, yeah. And the Roosters also big trouble from New Zealand. But I think the Roosters are getting fair income now. This is a test to see who actually can win the competition. I still think there's doubts on the Melbourne Storm, but if they are able to surprise the Roosters and win this weekend, it will show that they are in contention. I think the Roosters are too strong. They will win at home.
We disagree on that one. Warriors, well, they blew a chance, didn't they? They play the Titans, and they're really just playing for pride now.
Well, they still think they're a chance. Obviously, dropping Felipe Mateo, the coach has made some big decisions. The Titans were horrible. They got a lift for Neil Henry week 1 last week. They were extremely poor. Titans season's over. The Warriors will win, but whether it means anything, I'm not sure. Okay, Manly have the Panthers at home at Brookie. Yeah, Manly, they're stumbling. There's another top side that's stumbling. They've run out of form. They're certainly struggled the last 2 weeks with back-to-back losses. They're at home at Brookvale on Sunday afternoon. They have to get this season back on track. They'll beat Penrith because Penrith have got too many injuries. And the Sharks, it's been a wretched season and worse now that they have to go to Townsville and it's not a Saturday night that they can't go out after the game against the Cowboys. It's a Monday night and it's pretty quiet times after the last. Yeah, that's right. 30.5 has been the margin they've been presented. They were poor last week, Cronulla. They lose 3 players, 1 through suspension, 2
Remember
through
the days
injury.
You'd go up there on a Saturday night and you'd say, the coach would say, right, if you play well, you can go out. If you can't do it on Monday night. Pack your jeans, then you put your footy boots in the bag. Cowboys were brilliant last week. I think Jonathan Thurston, that was a show to say that they're a contender to win the competition this year. So. They were brilliant. They're at home. They're a better side at home. They'll put 1,000 on the Sharks. Okay, here's the tips from Nod. Thursday night footy, he likes South over the Dogs. Broncos to back it up with another win on Friday. Then the Eels, Raiders, Roosters to beat the Storm. The Warriors, Manly over Penrith, and the Cowboys to put a score on Monday Night Football against the Sharks.